Recording in progress.
Welcome to the Bravo Rundown. This is Real Melzer Bravo. That's me. I'm Genevieve. This is my fabulous co-host, Sonia Weber. She is Bravo, Bravo, Books and Bravo. And every week we break down the latest news of Bravo, what people are saying, the tea, the Reddit theories, things that people don't want to talk about, I guess, conspiracies, and just what's happening on the shows. And we want to start right now, some really awful news coming out about Kim Zolciak and Kroy Biermann's son. They believe he's the eldest. He's 15 years old, and he has been arrested for SA. You can go read all about it at page 6 or Reality Blurb. TMZ, I'm sure will have it. We're not going to talk about it here. We like to keep things light. We want to have good energy. So we're going to move on, but just really, really awful.
Yeah, it's icky, and I'd rather get into our hot takes because they're good this week.
Let's start with those. Sonia, what's your hot take of the week?
Okay, so today I was listening to Scheananigans, my Friday morning listen, and Ryan Bailey and Kiki Monique were on it, and it's always great when Ryan Bailey is on Scheananigans. Ryan Bailey's just really good in interviews. I have to say, so good it's bad with Ryan. He was on Crystal Kung Minkoff's as well earlier this week because Cynthia is at the Hey You Fan Fest.
Oh.
Really good. He's just so great when he's got these other Bravo stars with him. Anyways, he's talking to Scheana about being on the Valley. And so a couple things that first I just want to share that he shared that they discussed. So we all know about the Lala and the Scheana, the fallout.
Yes.
And it seems very clear. She's talked about the last 2 weeks because Lala brought it up on the Valley reunion. There doesn't seem to be any hope for Scheana and Lala from Scheana's standpoint. So Scheana feels like, for years and years with Lala, she does whatever all season long. Then she comes to the reunion and apologizes, and I move on. And I'm just tired of it. I'm setting up boundaries. Lala said in the reunion, I don't recognize this Scheana. And Scheana says, yeah, you don't recognize me because I have boundaries and I'm tired of being treated the way she's constantly, repeatedly treating me. So they talk a little bit about that. And then Ryan asked about her going on the Valley. And she said that she gave up a lot of money to not go on the Valley. So I'm like, wait, hold on. A lot of money? That is a massive cast. So what was Lala Schwartz and Scheana being offered? And Brittany, I guess.
Yeah.
For the Valley. So that was just a big takeaway. So she just gave up a lot of money, but she's just trying to protect her peace. And then she mentioned how, and there are some unresolved things with some other people. And Ryan goes, oh, you mean other than Lala? Yeah, with someone else, there's just some unresolved things. Who do you think it is before I say who I think it is?
I think I know who it is just because I saw another clip where someone was throwing Scheana under the bus and that person was Janet.
Yeah. Wait, tell me about this clip you saw.
Okay, well, that's kind of my hot take too. So our hot takes kind of go together.
Yeah.
The clip is that Lacey is like, well, you were looking into me. And Janet was like, oh, no, it wasn't me. It was Scheana.
Oh, yeah. So I'm convinced, and it makes sense because those two were best friends. Janet would come on Scheananigans all the time. They were so close. And it was kind of a quiet parting, a quiet uncoupling, if you will, because it was just suddenly Janet's not on. And it wasn't till this last week of the Valley when Janet says, Lala is my best friend. We've gotten really close the last couple years. And that's when I started thinking, oh, she must not be close with Scheana if she's saying that Lala is her best friend.
No, and also apparently, and I mean, they are good friends. Ariana was at Janet's birthday party.
Oh,
now her and Lala are best friends when Ariana has said that she is closest to Janet out of everyone on the Valley.
But I also see Janet doing a little bit of gameplay with Lala and being smart.
Yes.
She needs to Lala on her side. She doesn't have Danny, Nia, Kristen, any of them. So she's got to part up with Lala. So I think there's some gameplay there. I also think Ariana is so above it that she doesn't care if Lala is there. She's probably smart enough to know Janet's telling Ariana, hey, look, I got to play this game. I'm going to invite her. And Ariana's like, that's fine, whatever. She's so above it and moving on. Did you see Ariana's on another Broadway play now? She got signed to?
I'm so excited for her. And she's been doing the rounds because she is nominated for the Emmy for Best Host of a reality show or it's like some abbreviated thing. I don't want to get it wrong, but she is nominated for Host of Love Island. And I've been seeing all these clips of her and she's just thriving as
she
we
is
want
thriving.
her to. I know.
Okay, I'm going to go back to Scheana if that's okay real
Yes.
quick. Okay, so one thing Ryan said, they were talking about House of Stassi and how Sheena's name always gets thrown everywhere, right? In
Yes.
House of Stassi, the Valley reunion. And Ryan goes, are we going to see a House of Scheana? And it made me wonder.
Oh.
Scheana does a lot. You know, we talked about how on House of Stassi, like she doesn't do anything. It's a lot of like manufacturing a staycation in Bel Air. You know,
Right.
like Scheana, if you follow her on Instagram, she's always at every event. Coachella. What's the other country version of that? Like
Oh,
what are,
Stagecoach.
yeah, Stagecoach, going to New York City, going to Vegas. I feel like hers would be a fun watch because it's not just a mom, like in the Valley, right? Like being a
Right.
mother is big to her, and you can hear about on her podcast. She talks about her a lot, but she also talks about all the things that she does and the travel that she does. She's very close to her sister and her mother. She like partly owns a coffee shop with her sister and
Oh,
sister's boyfriend, like in San
really?
Diego. I think she invested in a franchise that the boyfriend has or something. So she does a lot. And I actually think her show, as much as people call her so insufferable, I think she's doing a lot. And she has a tight circle of friends. So she mentions how I don't know about the Valley right now because I have a really close-knit group of girlfriends. And that's when Ryan was like, wait a minute. Are you trying to pitch a show to me right now? Because this kind of sounds like it would be a good show. And she just says, like, oh, no, 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 no. But it got me thinking, Hulu, maybe this is your chance for another ex Bravo star to have a show centered around. Would you
Right? Like,
watch?
I definitely would. When you were describing, I can see it in my head, and I'm thinking of it more as like an E show, just a 30
Yes.
minutes, like fun with Scheana kind of thing, where we go to that coffee shop. We get to see like the inner workings of that coffee shop. We're going with her to all these events. Scheana has like 100 million best friends. So
Yes.
we need to meet some of those other best friends, right? And I feel like I can see the entire show. Brock, he's like very like
Bob the
hands-on now.
Builder.
He wants to like remodel stuff. So like that would be interesting. And then seeing the inner workings of their relationship
Yes.
past the cheating, because she says that she has like worked hard to get past it. And I would watch. Would you watch?
I would. And think about all the falling outs she has.
Yes.
Lala, Janet, Jesse from the Mom Talk. Wasn't she close with Jesse Marciano or something and
Yeah.
then had a falling out with them? So I think there could be some drama there also, just watching her together, then not together. Her mental health story. I really think that her show could be good.
Somebody get some cameras on Scheana, because remember, Scheana was kind of one of those first reality stars to start vlogging everything on
Yes.
YouTube. And it actually came in to be very helpful with that footage of that party that Tom Sandoval was at, remember? And they talked about how Tom Sandoval during Scandoval, how he didn't leave the party, even though Ariana was like dealing with, I think her grandma died, and Tom
Yeah.
stayed at this party, and Sheena's footage was like, it was key. My hot take is that if you're talking about Scheana so much on the Valley, let's just have Scheana come back, right? Like, and you're using Scheana as a scapegoat because she's not there to defend herself. And then Scheana did defend herself on Scheananigans, and she said, I am never the person to look up someone online. She's like, that's Detective Doty, and that is Janet. Janet is a detective too. So she said, I would always either go to Doty or Janet. I'm not the one that, looks up people. So I just think it's very interesting. We got a lot of built-in beef there with Scheana,
Yeah.
with Janet, and Scheana and Lala. And just in case anyone missed it, the falling out between Lala and Scheana, I think the final straw for Scheana was the fact that she told Lala about Brock's infidelity. And then Lala told Jenna Willis, who's Lala's like trainer and like good friend. But Scheana and Jenna are like not friends. And also like, you don't tell a secret like that. That's not your secret to share, you
Yeah.
know?
And I think it went bigger than that because I think Lala did apologize. And Lala says, I
Yeah.
apologize. Sheena's to the point where she can't accept it. I think, when you've had a friend and they've done you
Yes.
wrong, they've done you wrong, they've done you wrong, that 10th time they've done you wrong, you want to break the cycle of they do bad, you apologize, you move on. She doesn't want to move on now.
I totally understand that because you can go back and watch Vanderpump Rules and you see exactly what Scheana is talking about. Lala has treated her like complete shit. And sometimes, Scheana, we know how she can be. But Lala still treated her like crap and then would apologize and they'd be friends again and then treat her like crap again. So I totally see that.
But I also
Yeah.
wonder if this was a case of, you know how like with Rinna and people felt this with Tamra, they're away from the cameras and we miss them and we need them and they would be the
Yeah.
perfect fix. And
Yeah.
then they come back and then it's like, you're not that great. We don't like you anymore.
Yeah, it's happening with Vicky right now on OC. I mean,
Yes.
but yes, you are so right. That could be the case too, and then that would just be kind of like a flop. So actually, Scheana should just stay away because it's making the Scheana allure much better than when we have Scheana, we don't want her. When we don't have her, maybe some of us want her. But I post videos about this and people are like, no. They're like, do not bring Scheana back. They do not like it.
But the hate is so strong. It's kind of like we did a clip this last week from our podcast of asking, would we want to watch Amanda and West again? And
Yeah,
we were both like, yeah, we kind of watch.
maybe.
But that has like 100 comments, but of all people saying no.
Yeah.
You're putting forth the effort to tell me no. I do wonder, like, would you like watch the clips of the show that they're on social media? Because as much as you hate them, there's still a little bit of curiosity there.
Right, exactly. Like, do you want to hate watch Scheana? You know what I mean? Just to see like her fail if she's going to,
Yeah.
or any of those people. There has been some big stories out this week about Beverly Hills, and we got a beef that's already built in, a feud between Dorit and one of the new cast members. And I want you to tell people, who is this new cast member, Tracy Tutor?
Oh, I love Tracy Tutor. So Tracy Tutor, we met on Million Dollar Listing LA. Let me give you her bio.
Oh, yay.
I believe she's a USC girl. She comes from money. I think her father is a developer.
Oh, okay.
So when she came on Million Dollar Listing, whatever years ago, she came on. She was married. She had two girls. We saw her as kind of a very corporate kind of woman. I loved her style then. It's very different now, and people say she's had a big what is it, glow up? I
Oh,
think she looked gorgeous before. So she's dating this guy. Turns out he cheats on her. They get a divorce. She goes single, and it's like midlife crisis because she goes like crazy with working out. She ends up, well, more recently had a face job,
Oh,
a facelift,
a facelift?
lots of plastic surgery, the GLP-1s, like workout journey, like Emily Simpson. So kind of has like the Emily Simpson body now, like just muscles and working out. She was dating a guy in his 20s. He moved
Oh,
in with her and her girls for a while.
okay.
While she's building this real estate empire. Like she's huge. I think I said she has her license here, Arizona, Texas,
Oh, she's rich,
sells everywhere.
honey.
She's rich. So she comes on Jeff Lewis Live quite often. So she's not with the young guy anymore. Comes
Okay.
on Jeff Lewis Live quite often. And she will tell you as it is. Like, to go on Jeff Lewis Live, to be in that environment, it's not quite Howard Stern, but you're putting yourself in the hot seat to be picked on. She
Yes.
she has no problem doing that. She will speak back to
Jeff?
Jeff. Yeah, no issue. She is a strong woman. Think she's going to be perfect for this cast. So her beef with Dorit, she is best friends with Chris Still and X, the hairdresser, and Dorit supposedly didn't pay him.
Right.
So Tracy went on Jeff Lewis to like tell the story. I think Tracy has been trying to get on the show for a while, and part of why she went on Jeff Lewis and spoke badly about Dorit was to put it
Oh,
out there to possibly get a spot on the
that
show.
is smart gameplay. Yeah, she was clipped saying, like, Dorit uses my stylist, my hairstylist, my makeup artist, and she doesn't pay her bills. And like, oh, whoa. And so it's really interesting that she's like, yeah, she uses all my people. We have the same team. And it's like, okay, but what?
Did you see the clip? What did Dorit say on Watch What Happens Live? Did you see that clip?
She said, I don't know why, something to this, probably not exactly like this, but something to the effect of, I don't understand why this woman is obsessed with me. I do pay my bills, like like disputing everything that Tracy had said, basically.
I think she's going to be what's the word when a perfect adversary?
Yeah, yeah.
I forgot what that saying is, but I think Tracy's used to doing real estate deals with men, right? Like she's used to negotiating, playing these games. So, like bringing her in to go against Dorit, like I feel like nobody is quite able to go up against Dorit on that
Yeah,
cast.
it's true. I mean, I would like to see the two of them because Kyle didn't really want to go up against Dorit. She just kind of was forced to, but not really. Let's see someone who's like, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to
And
go.
that's the thing, like Kyle tries, but it doesn't come across. She gets so heated. I feel like Erica has the ability to,
Yeah.
and the old Erica could, but Erica doesn't see, I don't know if she doesn't want to portray that image anymore after everything with Tom and all the hate she got, that she doesn't want to go there,
Yeah.
maybe. So I want to see someone go up against Dorit because Dorit kind of walks away from every argument discussion like she won.
Yeah, that's true. But maybe that's just like her own delusion. What
Maybe.
what were the other rumored casts this
Oh, I
week
think I have.
about
Okay, let me
Beverly
pull that
Hills?
up.
I know
So,
one of them was your favorite, Morgan Stewart.
Morgan Stewart. So I like Morgan Stewart, but I did not want her on Beverly Hills. She's the age of Kyle's daughter Farrah. She
Oh,
was good
too
friends. Like
young.
when Rich Kids of Beverly Hills was filming, I believe
Yes.
Farrah was asked to be on that show. So that wasn't gonna work, her in that age. So she came out and said, no, everyone's talking about I am not gonna be on this show.
Right.
There's two other people that Bravo and Cocktails claimed could be
Yeah.
on there. Candace Marino, did you or Kate Candace, to make sure I'm reading it right. She is a facialist. I just briefly,
Oh.
did you look her up on social media?
Mm-mm.
Like, it looks like a famous facialist.
Okay.
And then the
Cool.
other one, Rosanna Pansino, it looks like she's a baker. It looks her, both
Oh.
of them have big social media followings. So I don't know if it actually is going to be one of these two or not. Have you heard anything?
No, I haven't. Just about, no, just I get my own, I get all my information from you. I've only heard about Tracy and just it's very interesting because finally we got something to go off on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Also, we were spotted filming Real Housewives in Ghana this week. We had Bose, we had Dorit, we had Jennifer Tilly, we had Sutton, we saw Kyle there. I didn't see Erica or
Kathy was there though.
Kathy was there. I didn't
Yeah.
see Erica. Who else is? Or
Rachel
Rachel Zoe.
Zoe,
I didn't see those
Ryan.
two.
Ryan Bailey posted on Threads, I'm getting worried about Rachel Zoe. I said, don't even put that out there.
Oh,
Don't even put that out there. I mean, that's a big commitment to fly to Ghana to film,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
And Kyle was just in Boulder dropping Portia off to college. She must have gone straight on a flight to Ghana, straight from Colorado.
Yeah. And Rachel was in Ibiza like
Oh, was
earlier.
she?
Well, I don't know if she was there now, but I remember I saw her social media there. Why was he saying he was worried about her?
I think he just hasn't heard anything. I don't know if
Okay.
it was based on anything. He
Oh,
just posted a
okay.
thread saying, I'm getting a little worried
Okay.
that we're not
Interesting.
hearing about
Okay.
Rachel
Because
Zoe.
other people are worried about her in a different way, and we're just going to leave that there.
Oh, yeah.
We'll talk about that another time.
Yeah.
Oh,
But do you think that Bravo, if she weren't to come back and she was such a big hit last year, would they do a special post or would she would do a post, right? Amanda Francis did her own post saying she's not coming back. If Rachel weren't coming back, she would
yeah.
do a post by
And
now, right?
yeah, and like with Amanda Francis, I feel like maybe that wasn't her. Like she can say I'm not coming back, but with Rachel, I would think if Rachel didn't come back, it's because she didn't want to come back. It's not because Bravo didn't want her back. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But and I think that Bravo always lets the women make that post on their own,
Yeah, and lets them
right?
say that they're not like I'm decided to take a step back. Like no, you did not. They are not bringing you back. But sure, say what you want.
I think Teddy was the first to say, yeah, Bravo doesn't want me back.
Oh, thank you for being transparent.
The
Okay.
accountability coach.
Speaking of somebody who Bravo definitely doesn't want back ever is our own Margarita lady, Bethenny Frankel, because we got to talk more about this Supermodel Cafe. It's her pop-up that she did in the Hamptons, but she wants to make like a real one. And somebody sent me the picture of the cheesecake being delivered to the pop-up. And there's lots of comments on both sides. So some people were saying, okay, well, it's Junior's cheesecake. I don't know if we talked about this last week, but I was actually talking to the person who took the picture and it was delivered to the Supermodel Cafe, right? But in the menu, it says cheesecake, Bethenny's original recipe. So we're wondering, Is did Bethenny commission juniors to make the cheesecake with her special recipe, right? That's like lighter and whatever. I forget what's in it. I think it's like cottage cheese or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think someone said that. Maybe something lighter so it's not as heavy or something. And then, or is she just getting it delivered from juniors? It's not her original recipe, and she's saying original recipe on the menu.
I think legally she couldn't do that.
Yeah, so
second,
it's
like
probably
legally she can't.
which I totally understand. Give them the recipe, have them make it, or commission them, whatever. That's totally fine. But I don't know. They're not making anything there on site. I'm just saying.
Bethenny is smart, though.
Yeah.
She probably has in that contract, it is going to say on my menu that it is made by me. This is what it is going to call. On her contract, it probably says we will not be referring, what was the name of the cheesecake place?
Oh, juniors.
Juniors. We will not be referring, like specifically say, we will not be referring to the cheesecake as a junior's cheesecake on the menu. You are
Right.
giving up all rights to the name of this specific cheesecake. You are making it for me. So now she's probably going to have to go change the contract. You will only use boxes that say Supermodel Cafe.
Bethenny's original recipe. Yes. And this is all speculation, all alleged, because I do not want that woman coming for me.
No, she may have made it and just borrowed some boxes for juniors for all we
That's
know.
totally fine. She
Yeah.
got them delivered in the juniors cheesecake boxes, but they
Yeah.
were really hers, and that's fine too.
I mean, she's a businesswoman. She probably made these deals with these companies. They know what they're doing. Let me use them. She didn't think that people would be in back alleys taking photos of what's happening behind her pop-up.
I mean, I think that woman was just kind of like walking by her, like, if I was in that situation and I was behind the pop-up and I saw these boxes being delivered, I would too grab my phone and take a snap. I would be so excited because, I want to figure out the truth. But
well, and it's got to be a local too, right? Because I've never heard of juniors. And what was the bagel?
Goldberg's. Oh, and everyone so there was more speculation on the menu too, because it's like the bagels. It doesn't say Goldberg's, but then some people are like, well, did she acknowledge that it's Goldberg's? And some people said, yes, she has said that it's Goldberg's. So I don't know. I don't pay enough attention to her to know everything that she says or does.
I mean, she is smart enough that whatever she's got in her contract, she's doing. She's not going to botch anything or, you know what I mean? Like secretly try to use something. No, she's going to be very honest. The thing that I'm seeing that's very interesting is, so she had Skinny Girl back when she first came around. And the diet culture, the world, we're not doing that whole low fat, no fat, skinny, I want to be skinny. We're not using that terminology.
Yeah.
So she kind of had to rebrand it. But people are saying Supermodel, there's the rebrand of Skinny Girl. It's kind of the same thing. You've got cottage cheesecake. What's wrong? That little bitty cheesecake, that little container. What's wrong with having a regular cheesecake in moderation like that? But you're going back to the old, we're using cottage cheese in the cheesecake. We're doing only high protein bagels.
Right.
She has said the chicken salad is not the best tasting chicken salad you're ever going to have, but it is the healthiest, and you're going to appreciate it because of that. And so I don't eat out a lot. So if I do eat out, it's my moderation. I'm going to treat myself. So if I'm going to eat out, give me a regular cheesecake. Because the sizing was small. Did you see the bagels?
No. They're small too, right?
Yeah, she did a TikTok with her daughter and they were eating the sandwiches. And I'm like, that's like a mid-morning snack. I mean, for me and the way I eat, like that is really small. So maybe it's not meant for someone like me who, when I go out to eat, I want to indulge and enjoy what I'm eating. I don't want to worry about cottage cheese cheesecake when I go out to eat. But then again, it goes back to that concept is the restaurant world, is that what we're back to, low fat, which may in the world of Ozempic and GLP-1s, are we going back to the early 90s of skinty eating and that kind of stuff?
Well, you bring up a really good point, because it does feel very, it feels like the same thing, right? So we're going from skinny girl to supermodel. Okay, well, supermodels are usually very thin, and the bagel, like a normal bagel is probably like this big, right? The model cafe ones are probably they're
thinner,
a bit smaller
and thinner.
And so I understand what you're saying completely. And if we are doing a healthy concept, right, then yeah, then I want to see a healthy concept. Like I'm thinking like all organic or like lots of like greens, right? Like I'm thinking juices, greens, like good whole foods. I'm not thinking about a bagel. I'm not thinking about a processed cheesecake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like chicken salad, like where are the greens? Like they always say like you should be eating all the colors in the rainbow.
Yes.
Well, that is white, and more white. So I'm just wondering if you are going to be like health conscious, which I love and I'm in favor, and like you do you know, but like it does feel a little like diet culture.
Yeah, Snackwells. Do you remember the Snackwells or the Entenmann's
Yes. Do you
brand?
remember? Wait, what is it called? The drink. Do you remember the little?
She had
Slim
those
Fast.
Slim Fast, and she had her own version. Do you remember that?
Oh my God, she did. I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
I remember,
so
those were big back in the day, people.
Did you read her book Naturally Thin?
No.
I didn't either, but I think it's a lot of that. It's take a bite of everything,
Yes.
kind of thing.
I have always remembered that line that she said because she said it on either that Bethenny spinoff or on I think it was the Bethenny spinoff. She said, "Taste everything, eat nothing."
Yeah, that's horrible.
That's not a good line. Like that is not a good line. And I used to work for a chef, and we would go out to these dinners, and she would order everything on the menu, but there would be like a big group of people, and so you could taste everything. So I thought of it originally as like, oh, taste everything, but the eat nothing part,
I know.
that's the part we can't really get behind, right?
Yeah. She said I was watching a TikTok, was it from yesterday? And she was saying how she's been asked to open brick and mortars like in multiple spots everywhere.
Oh.
You're gonna be able to order them. I don't know. I guess there's a demand.
I don't think there is. Why not do something like Melissa Gorga did with those sprinkle cookies? Why not make like a bagel that you can order? I don't know how you would do it, the bagels or like the chicken salad.
You could do the bagels.
You could do the bagels and maybe the cheese. I don't know.
I guess the shipping would be expensive.
Right?
I mean, you could, like, you think of all those food delivery places where the chef.
Yeah, that
what are
like
those things?
Gold Belly where you can have like a, Christina Tootsie milk cake delivered to your door. Master Chef. It's a master. She was a judge on Master Chef. Her milk bar or milk is really big in LA, or it was, and she has this layered cake. You can order it at like online. There's like places like that where like celebrity chefs, you can order something from their restaurant and it's like they'll ship anywhere. But I would like to know if anyone would order something for Bethenny directly.
I would probably order Melissa Gorga's sprinkle cookies over that.
I want those sprinkle cookies. I want them.
Sorry. You do. Melissa Gorga, please. We would like some sprinkle cookies.
Please.
Send them to California to one half of this podcast. She will do a taste test. We will do a taste test here on the podcast.
I know they're going to be delicious, okay? So
I've heard the cake is really good.
Oh, yes, I've heard that too. I know. I'm like, I guess I just need to order it, but I really just want it. But yeah, I'm just wondering like if the demand is out there for these supermodel cafes to be popping up everywhere, like brick and mortar. Are you serious?
Is it more, again, going back to, is it more of just a social media thing and she's making the aesthetic look to where you can take pictures?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering too. It's just like an Instagram moment.
Because it was on Real Housewives of London last week. It was Juliet and it was, I don't remember the two others, but they were at some restaurant and they said whenever the Americans come to town, they like to come here because it's perfect to take pictures for social media.
Oh, yeah, that sounds like us. Womp womp. Speaking of brick and mortar, we are hearing that potentially someone who was told that he would never amount to anything, and now is Carl's soft bar expanding?
So I'm confused. I sent you a picture, right?
Yeah.
It was someone else took it. And I sent it to you, and it said, looking for second location for soft bar. I haven't found anything else on it.
Okay.
So we're going to keep researching that for you, and we'll find out if that's accurate or not. But it's just funny because, Lindsay tried to put the kibosh on him opening a soft bar. And he's really building a brand, though. Carl
He
is,
is.
he's not just opening a restaurant and trying to run like Audrey's Coffee House over in Rhode Island.
Right.
He's got the Run Club. He's doing his podcast from there. He's a lifestyle brand, a
That's
sober
true.
lifestyle
Shots
brand.
fired, Audrey's Coffee House. Sonia she just dug you, put you in a hole. Like,
Oopsie.
no, that's funny. No, it's true because I feel like that's why Soft Bar is working, is because it is different. And they keep saying, like, all of these studies and stories keep saying that, like, Gen Z isn't drinking as much as, like, millennials, Gen X, and, like, boomers, right? So, like, they don't drink as much. So why not have somewhere where they can get together? Like, people want to get together. They don't necessarily need to get together around alcohol. And Carl is kind of like one of the pioneers, it feels like, at least in the Bravo sphere. You know what I mean? Like,
No, absolutely in the Bravo spirit. Because when I'll see his TikToks, or he'll come up on a TikTok, but it's someone else. It's not Carl's TikTok, and it's a lot of the sober community. He is creating relationships with people that are not Bravo people. They just
yeah.
have a sober. They're sober creators. Would that be the word to use? So the fact that he's able to branch out of Bravo and he's trying to create something outside of Bravo in that world, that's what's impressive, because for these Bravo stars, it's really hard to step out of their image as a Bravo. Like Kyle,
Yeah.
he's a DJ in the Bravo world. Could he succeed as a DJ outside of Bravo?
I don't know, because it's like the people that want to go see him have been watching Summer House. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, it's like 95% women at Kyle shows, which is no shade, you know, but it's just like, yeah, it seems like it's the Bravo audience mostly.
Because would you be able to, hey, this guy's a DJ, to your non-Bravo friends? You say, like, this guy, DJ Kyle Cook, he's a DJ. What kind of music does he play? Oh, I mean, like early 2000s, Nelly, Justin Timberlake. You want to go see him?
This is the thing. Okay, I don't want to be mean, but Kyle said, I've heard he's a really good DJ. That's great. That means he's very technical. But part of being a good DJ, and I could say this because I do know how to DJ, and my boyfriend's a DJ. He's been DJing for a very long time, is your music selection. So if you love what the person is, if you love the song choice and their good technical skill, then like they're a good DJ. But like Kyle's song choices, for me, and like they are for me, because he's playing these songs that I remember hearing like 1,000 times, but they're like the new fun remix version of it. And like that song, Tonight We Are One. Like, I do not have to ever hear that song ever again. Never. And it's like a remix version. Great, whatever. Keep that song in the past. It's in almost every like social media clip of Kyle DJing that I see. And so personally, I don't want to go, but it's Kyle. I would go, you know?
But you just said but it's Kyle.
Yeah.
So then, okay, my second question then. So you said that DJs, you have to know the music of the people who are coming to listen, right? So the type of music he plays, the type of people that listen to that music, are they typically going to go listen to a DJ?
I don't think so. I think
I
a
don't
lot
either.
of these people I don't think would really
It's
go.
me. I am his demographic.
Right. So,
I'm not going out to a club to go listen to that fun song.
No, absolutely not. I know.
Nelly, Justin Timberlake, like I'm not. Now, if he wants to go DJ in a Peloton class, like they have DJ John Michael on Peloton that DJs the classes. That he could do. But then we don't want DJ John Michael out of a job.
Oh, no.
He's very good at his
But
job.
what about, like, I could see Kyle being like a guest leader of one of those classes. Like, imagine Kyle on the bike and he's like cueing and play this, you know?
Because
like,
Carl did it, and the song he did a run class with Mariana Fernandez. I love how she says her name. But the music, I think I showed you the playlist for that class, and I said no. Mariana doesn't typically have a good playlist.
Oh, shots fired again.
Well, so the Rhode Island ladies did a Peloton class with Maddie Magiacomo, and he is like your pop. I don't think I did that. I don't know why I didn't do it.
You like pop too.
I like early 2000, late 90s.
Yeah.
Love pop, R&B from that time, hip hop. He needs to do a class with Cody Rigsby.
Okay. We need to talk about Leva and a potential lawsuit that's going on down in Charleston, and our friend of the pod, Shannon, who is Charleston Bravo Bravoholic. She kind of said a little bit about it where I kind of understood a little bit more. And that was kind of just like this person, they're suing like Leva and maybe like Republic or I think.
I could have sworn. Okay, first I just gotta get messy and say it. So it was this week. Bravo and Cocktails posted about the lawsuit, and I look at it and I'm like, I know like a month ago I was listening to a podcast where they broke down this lawsuit. And by the time that they broke down the lawsuit, I remember them thinking like it wasn't surprising, like the headline of it made it seem much bigger than what it actually is, right?
Okay, yeah.
But no one ever talked about it, didn't think anything of it. So then when I saw that, I'm like, wait a minute. I thought this wasn't a big deal. It is a slow Bravo news month. August,
Right.
all these big stars are on vacation. I can't find that podcast, but I did comment under Bravo and Cocktails saying, "Didn't you talk about this on your pod about like a couple weeks ago?" And they said yes. I tried to find that podcast to understand the full lawsuit.
Yeah.
I can't seem to find it anymore. But what it seems to be is something about the reason it's in federal court is because there's maybe allegedly, maybe I'm trying to remember this. There's no state laws about tipping and wages, maybe in South Carolina. See, like they really minimized it when they were discussing it, and then it's had something to do with the way tips are given out in the tip pool. And you've worked in the service industry, so you would
like,
know.
I didn't know that there's like illegal ways to like do a tip pool. I had no idea.
Yeah.
When I worked at a restaurant, we pulled tips, so everyone split it basically. But yeah, it seemed like maybe this person was saying that they weren't getting the correct tips, they weren't being paid correctly, and maybe they weren't getting breaks too. I can't really remember that part. They only worked at Republic for like 6 months. I just want to say, like, I was just like, oh, it's kind of like a short period of time.
Is it a class action or a group of people?
I'm not sure. I thought it was just one person that they named, and it wasn't anyone that I recognized from the show either, like a past person who got fired or whatever. And then Shannon was saying that, Leva's been very quiet, that like it's been really quiet of like if she's been fired or what's going on with Bravo and her and this lawsuit. So there's just a lot of speculation going on down there. We know that Joe Bradley doesn't work there anymore. We know TJ doesn't work there anymore. It's almost like these people are jumping ship right when Bravo cut ties, or maybe the lawsuit has something to do with it. I don't know.
Or there's something we don't know because it seems it was something like managers and supervisors couldn't pull from the tip pool, but this person is claiming that they were. This person is claiming that the way that they did the tip pool, people were getting paid less than minimum wage also. Something like this, like don't quote me, is exactly right. So, but it also seemed like these are common types of lawsuits that happen when you own a business.
Oh, right. I think someone said that too. Yeah.
Right? Or maybe I'm wrong with that. I mean, again, I don't want to minimize somebody if they literally were.
Right. And if the managers or owners were taking from the tip bowl, that is absolutely not fair. And I remember that we had a manager who would like help us out sometimes and serve tables. And my other coworker would always be like, you can't take any of the tips because you're a manager. Like he would actively say
because
that.
They are salaried,
because they're getting salary, so like they're not allowed to touch the tips at all.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just not looking good for Leva down there. And this is right before Bravo Fan Fest. And I mean, you would think that everyone wants to go to all of her establishments because she is so big on Bravo. But now, like, would you not go to her? Like, would you not go to Republic? Because like, you don't know if she's working with Bravo anymore.
I thought I saw on that same creator saying like, oh, we might change up the.
Yes.
Yeah, it was like, so Bravo Fan Fest is in Charleston.
Yeah, and she's doing like a bar crawl.
She's doing Bravo Hall. The Charleston Bravoholic is doing a bar crawl. And so she might change up the bars that she goes to, right?
She said like 6 of the 9 bars they were going to go to were like owned by Leva. So
understandably, when Leva has a show on the network, I totally get why you would do that. But now that Joe's working for the other one of the competitors, of course, maybe now you want to go to some of those. Totally understand that. Yeah. But didn't Shannon say that Leva is still on the list to be at FanFest?
I think so.
That's what we have to watch.
Yes, that you're right. And like maybe Bravo is like, let's do Fan Fest. This is your city. And then after that, we can make the announcement that we're going separate ways. Because, you know, they bring certain people to BravoCon that don't make it to the next season. They brought Katie Janela.
Yeah.
I can't think of who else they brought right now that they didn't bring
I
back.
know,
But I remember her. I was like, And so, yeah, it's just a lot of speculation. And we still don't know what's happening with Southern Hospitality. There's been like no word about that. Maybe they'll announce it at Bravo Fan Fest. Like, oh, Southern Hospitality coming back for season 5.
That's got to be it.
That's got to be it.
When is it? In November?
I don't know. When do they film that show?
I think it's in, let me look it up. No, meaning when is Fan Fest?
Oh, October.
Oh, so they're going to wait 2 more months?
Yeah, they probably
And then they'll start filming after that.
Yeah, and they'll just announce it then. And then probably a season trailer for Southern Charm will probably come out at Fan Fest. That would totally make sense, right?
Yeah,
we've been seeing those Charleston boys a little bit more lately. We're seeing Craig and Shep in Australia at the Hey You thing. And yeah, it's a lot of Craig. I'm just saying. He's really tan these days. He looks people were like commenting because I made some video about him. Nothing mean, but like people were like, or maybe there was something he was posted. I don't know, but he was like very tan and people were like, "Holy tan Batman." Like he's very tan.
What did you send me? Austin's on some boat thing?
So Austin is doing a like tea at sea with Hannah Ferrer. I think that's her name. From Below Deck Med back in the day. But
June Hannah?
Yeah.
You remember that?
I think so.
You remember she couldn't find June, the stew? And so she kept going on the walkie, June Hannah, and June's walkie was off. So it was June Hannah. Back when I did watch
I love Hannah. I mean, I definitely love Hannah. I just was like, oh, Austin, why are you there? Probably because they want to promote Southern Charm.
Yes.
We have a new segment that we are debuting for you today, and it is called the Bravo Debate. And I wanted like a little cowbell to be like, bing, bing, bing. So pretend like that's it. Bing, bing, bing. So this is the question for today, and we're each going to have 30 seconds to answer this question or debate each other. The question is, what kind of man do you see with Lindsay Hubbard? Or would you like her to be with? And let me preface this by saying that we do not think that Lindsay needs a man, right? Like I think she would be fine just being her and just having fun for the rest of her life. But if you could see her in a relationship, you know, finding Mr. Right or whatever, who would that be? Okay. And I'm going to tie news. Okay, so go.
Okay, I feel like she needs someone like Mr. Sandwich himself, Stravy. She needs more of a beta, as what's her name in Charleston said. Someone strong, alpha. It's just going to lead to argument. She needs a beta that's actually going to follow through with what she needs from a man. Stravy was almost there, but he couldn't make the sandwiches. Carl is more of a beta, and in the end, it didn't work. But that is more of what she needs. And how many seconds do I have left?
You're done. So good job. Okay. So I'm going to start right. Okay. So then that means I will go till, okay, I'm about to go. Okay. So I think that she actually needs to be with a very strong alpha man who can control things, because she is used to controlling everything in her real life. And so she wants someone who can be like, I got it. I got this. You planned that? No, I got this. Or at least in the bedroom, okay? But Carl, Stravy, those guys, they are too beta. They're too like, meh, 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 meh. I see her with a Kenny from In the City.
But she can't I'm not supposed to come back, but I'm going to.
Come back.
Can't handle someone else I think that's what she wants, and that's what she thinks she wants. But when someone else takes the control, she can't handle that.
Okay. I mean, I know she can't, but that's what she really needs. Like, and someone that she can be like completely open and honest with.
That,
And they're
yes.
not going to resent her, which I think I think he held his tongue a lot because he didn't want to like upset her. She needs someone who's not afraid to upset her. And maybe, Stravi, he really wasn't afraid to upset her because he didn't want to make her any sandwiches.
What
Okay.
happened there in the end? He got made fun of for making that PowerPoint. Lindsay asked him to make the PowerPoint, basically, right?
He was not right for her. I mean, as soon as he was there, I was like, who is this guy? I remember being like, why is he here? Who is he? She just like brought him in. You know what I mean?
The season before, they went and played darts together, remember?
Yes, but like, I'm sorry. No.
He just wasn't a TV person, and that's what she needs.
wasn't.
She needs
That's
someone
true.
that's not a TV person.
Yes.
She has to be the star.
Yes.
Someone who can quietly tell her as it is, because Yvonne can tell Lindsay how it
Yes,
is, and
that's
she
true.
listens. So she needs someone a little more like an Yvonne. Or okay, maybe she does need someone with a strong personality, but we got to get her to respect that person.
Yes.
That's the problem.
Absolutely.
She's not so untrusting from all of her past experiences. How did she eventually end up trusting Yvonne? That is the magic.
Because I think Yvonne has been there and has been a constant and a good friend, right? And has been there for all of the stages of life and never abandoned her like these other idiots. Okay, we're going to leave it there. And so hope you enjoyed that. We want to hear what you think. Should we talk about the shows, or do we want to talk about Juliet Angus on Jeff Lewis?
I feel like people watch the shows more.
Okay, let's talk about the shows.
Well, I guess we can. Well, did you watch Juliet?
Give us the takeaway.
I'm just going to real quick.
Yeah.
Just a quick takeaway. Juliet was on Ladies of London, the original Reign. She really wanted the show to come back. Everyone told her, so she kept calling Bravo, calling Bravo, calling Bravo. Finally, when it came back, sorry, Juliet, we don't want you for this show.
It's so sad. But also, everyone hated Juliet on the show and off for the first one. So it kind of makes sense. But then you said that Mark Francis had she said that off the show.
Yeah, she said it was Mark Francis that he didn't want her on the show. And Jeff goes, well, I didn't really like Mark. We didn't really need him on Ladies of London. And she was like, exactly. I'm kind of glad that one failed because London is good. Juliet is insufferable. Watching her on Real Housewives of London, but she is getting into Amanda Cronin and really lighting her up. Like she irks her so badly that we're getting this side of Amanda Cronin that's so good. And again, people are not watching the show. It's so good. Although Juliet did say it was ranked number 5 on Peacock. So even without any advertising, it's doing well.
Hey, it is doing well. And you know what? I think that Mark Francis was an excellent addition to that cast. And if you had put Juliet Angus in there too, that would have been crazy because that would have been like 2 big feuds because we had Margot and Juliet, and maybe those two would have gotten along, or maybe they wouldn't have because they're very similar. And then against like Kimmy and Mark. But yeah, I mean, okay.
But London Real Housewives of London is showing that you have to have existing relationships. And when you when you bring back a show, you have to have some of the OGs. We keep seeing this over and over again. When you do a reboot, the Valley Persian style, the Valley, you've got to have a couple of the OGs and then bring on new people so we get to know them. And that's what Ladies of London New Reign didn't have.
Yeah, that's true because we do like familiar faces, okay? Yeah. But let's talk about the most familiar face that we keep seeing on Ultimate Girls Trip is Vicky.
Oh, Vicky.
It's not going well.
No,
it's not
because Vicky was loved. And again, she was another one of those. She was off of our screens and everyone wanted her back. She comes back. But Vicky, who we knew, doesn't work in 2026. It's like Ramona. No. I'm curious what this Golden Life is going to be. Everyone's so excited, but Ramona has not done BravoCon, not part of Rugged at all.
No.
So Vicky is kind of that same way. She's not doing anything new. And on Ultimate Girls Trip, they're all so annoyed. Even Luann says, it's like Ramona again. I've got Ramona again. She's doing everything she's always done in the past and everyone loved her for. She does it with this group. And on the Sprinter van doing her work, that was her shtick.
Right. No, you're working on this show, Vicky. You gotta clock in here. I feel bad. I don't really feel bad for her, honestly.
Okay, but on the flip side, if we
Yeah,
didn't have Vicky, we're getting so much comedy because of everyone picking on Vicky. If
that's
we didn't
true.
have Vicky, that those last two, Miss Piggy, Porky Pig,
Yeah,
Porky
Porky
Pig,
Pig.
Porky Pig,
Oh
and
my
then Portia
God.
saying, we all kind of look like animals. And then I'm like, is that making it better? Or is that, I don't know. And then like everyone, like I'm dying, I'm dying. Like I need Kodo insurance, like all that
I
stuff. It was
know.
a great episode, but it was all at the expense of Vicky. Like Luann moving her seat so she doesn't have to sit next to Vicky at the lunch.
I love that. I would have done that
Oh,
too. That was very relatable.
like you've got to have one that everyone's annoyed by.
Oh, why? Okay, so they went to Beverly Hills this week and we saw Sutton and Crystal. Why do you think that was what they chose? I thought it was a cute theme, the ugly leather pants or whatever party, but out of everything on Beverly Hills, that is what they
I know. I was
chose?
upset we didn't get Erica. I think it has to do with what kind of older clips that they could go back to. So
Okay.
they did the aerial shot of Sutton being on a main road, let the mouse go. Sutton still has the connection with Crystal. Bravo is still okay with Crystal. Because
Okay.
I felt like Erica would have been good, but we're like, I guess Erica's newer home, it's not iconic like her Pasadena home, but we can't go to the Pasadena home because Erica doesn't live there. I thought Erica would have been a good fit. Can't do Dorit because Dorit and Kyle are on the outs. If they did Erica, who else could they bring in with Erica?
Oh, so they can only do current cast members? Like we can't go to Camille Grammer's house?
I know. I
I'm
don't know why they chose that. Then I also wonder if maybe the people who are watching the current show is a bigger demographic than people who used to watch. So let's say
Oh,
there's a
okay.
28-year-old who watches Bravo today and they kind of know Camille, but they're more invested in the seasons that they've watched right now. So those people are going to also watch Rugged. So they want to see those same people that they're watching, if that
Right.
makes
Okay. Yeah,
sense.
that makes sense.
Because yeah,
Okay.
Camille doesn't live in that old house, and then her other house burned down in the fire. So
Poor
there's a lot
Camille.
of
She's really gone through it. And
nuances.
then
I know,
Dorit's coming at her, calling her see you next Tuesday every
I know.
5 minutes.
I think the white party is going to be good.
I think so too. And I think maybe that's why they didn't have Erica Jane because Erica Jane and Luann have some sort of beef. And I think they're going to get into that next episode.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Atlanta reunion briefly because I love Cynthia Bailey's song, The Peach Life.
Peach
It
Life,
was so
it was
fun.
so good. It was so good.
And then we had this feud between Pinky and Phaedra, and it was a little dark.
Wait,
Um,
go. I want to go back
yeah.
to real quick to Cynthia. I think is it Carlos King's podcast? They were talking about how this is hilarious. You've got Drew, you've got Kay Michelle, who
Yes.
both have albums out. You've got historically like Candy, and we're just here all bopping to this techno beat of Cynthia talking on.
No, literally. And who else has released music? Well, Shamia wanted to be a singer.
Shamia, she
Portia
has a voice,
has a song. So it's like all of
and
these
it's Cynthia
ladies.
talking.
Yes, and it was good.
It was
I
good. The
liked
beat
it.
was good, but they just said like it was just so funny. Like of all the musicians that have come out, we're all excited for this one.
Yes,
I think
no,
because it goes to
definitely.
show how much we love Cynthia.
No, really. Pinky and Phaedra sounds like they had a little something that went down, and then Phaedra contacted the people of Bravo, or that's what it was
Yeah,
alluding in the conversation. The thing about that I like about Atlanta, even though that went down, they were both able to basically be like, "We're good though." Like
yeah,
I've
yeah.
forgiven, you know, like
With everyone except for Shamia and Portia, that's
yeah.
what everyone on the couch. That was the good part. The whole tone of the entire reunion was just so much more lighthearted.
Oh my
But what
gosh, it was so
happened there
fun, right?
was yeah, it was so fun. It was so fun. Whatever happened with Portia and Phaedra, and then the next day on TMZ they dropped something, an article about what it was that happened between
Oh
the
yeah,
two of them. And
Portia
it's like,
and
is
or
someone trying to keep
Pinky
this
and
going?
Phaedra. I
Yeah, Pinky,
know.
sorry.
No,
Pinky
that's
and
okay.
Phaedra. Is someone trying to keep this going? So what I took from it is that Pinky said to Phaedra she needs to protect herself in this group.
Mm-hmm.
And then Pinky kept saying a device.
Yeah.
So whatever device that is, I'm not going to say, I mean, whatever
Right.
it is. And then Phaedra was concerned about whatever the device is and Pinky keeping herself safe. So she went to, but this is the part we don't know. Did she go to bosses? Pinky said she went
Right.
to the bosses. Andy clearly sided with Phaedra.
Oh, yeah, he did. He's like, I know her, and she didn't, and she wouldn't. I was like, oh, damn. Andy's like got Phaedra's back. So
Did you know? I kind of got that vibe more in the second part of the reunion that was his side. His right, our left. Those were his ladies that he was protecting. And when they came for the other side came for his side, he kindly, not but kind of side with his ladies.
No, and the thing is that like you can tell that Andy is having such a good time hosting this. Like he likes being with these ladies where you can really tell when he doesn't like being with the group, right? And he loves Phaedra. They've been friends longer than anyone out of all of the housewives. He said that openly. He loves Portia because I do think that she may be like the best Real Housewife on TV right now. Like I will give her that card. And then we also have Cynthia over there. So these are like women that have been working so hard for Bravo for so long. And so I feel like, yeah, he's going to side with them. Can
you imagine being like a Kelly or even a Shamia? So someone like your arch nemesis is already existing on the show. You come on and the bosses love your arch nemesis.
I know.
That's
that
hard.
Would be really tough, right? It would be really hard. But I mean, I guess that happens in the workplace.
Did your Fangie come in?
I didn't order it yet. I'm so bad. I know.
Ryan Bailey, I think it was he. I keep talking about him. I listened to like 3 of his podcasts this week. Was it him? Somebody ordered one on a podcast and they said it came in.
Okay, I will order it today. We're going to skip to the end, but actually I want to ask you just a couple of questions before we get to what we can't stop thinking about.
Okay.
Do you like Next Gen? Do you like Liam or do you like Charlie for Ariana?
Oh my God. For me, I would say Liam. Ariana has got her path that she is on. She's not looking for a husband. Like Liam is like long term. What is the end game? Like committed relationship.
Totally. He's a really nice guy.
She's out of this on and off with Hudson for so many years. That is not what she needs right now. The embarrassing part is all of it on camera.
I know. And the fact that like, I mean, I think we've all had a Charlie back in our past that like, some guy that's like, he's charming in a weird way. He's not that cute or whatever, but he's a bad boy. You're into him. And then it's like, it's all being filmed, right?
It's like a Justin Bobby. Charlie
he's like, but I think that Charlie is like 1,000 times worse because of that weird crypto crap. Like that is really dark and weird. I don't like
but
that.
The part that made me feel icky because we've been watching these kids since they were small babies. When Ariana and Liam are in bed together, I'm like, oh no, I could be her mom.
No.
Can we at least sit up and drink a coffee? I mean, like Teresa, that was horizontal. That's speechless. I did not need to see that part.
I understand that. And speaking of Orange County, do you think that this should be the final season with the OGs?
Yeah. And I think we've talked about that here. And I know Katie Janela has mentioned it on her podcast with Jamie Rice. There are rumors that they kind of wanted to just do one last 20th year because like the best part of the episode was the scenery. The Grand Canyon. I thought I've never been. I got, wow, this is so pretty. It reminded me of that Flintstones episode, and I actually went and found the YouTube clip and put it in my Substack. There's an episode of the Flintstones when they're at the Grand Canyon and they're looking down at a little bitty river, and it says "Future Side of the Grand Canyon."
Oh my God!
It's like a little stream of water.
That's so cute.
Random. But no, it was like, I felt like the beginning, like, oh, this is pretty. It's gorgeous. And then Emily and Jen at the Grand Canyon, start talking about, we need to talk to Shannon about, and I thought, stop. Can we not have a moment like in Costa Rica when Vicky said, what did she say?
We're all going to die someday. Yeah. Or one of us is going to die.
Yeah, can we not like wax philosophically about life and death we're at the Grand Canyon? Like it's so inauthentic. Have they always, Emily and Gina, have they always been this authentic when bringing stuff up?
Oh, like unauthentic. I mean, I think it's gotten worse, maybe.
Has it? Because I haven't noticed it this season. It's bad.
I really noticed it last season. I feel like it may have been better, like in that Noella season.
Okay. I've
But
never noticed it. I've always been an OC apologist. Like
mm-hmm,
even when it was bad, I was still engaged in
mm-hmm,
watching.
mm-hmm.
This is the first season. Even last year, I thought last season was great. This season, I am bored.
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, I understand that. I completely understand that.
I mean, the scavenger hunt was cute and big.
It was
I
cute.
like.
Yeah.
There's no brakes on the scooter because Vicky like straight into a souvenir rack.
Oh, I
Everything
know.
crashing down, I guess. I wanted to see everything. I'm like, producers, I would have liked to have seen like what all crap. Because she goes, I'll pay for everything.
I know. Are we done with the valley? Was this
The
the last?
valley ended, and that
Oh,
was going
thank
to be
God.
my thing I'm
Thank
still talking
God. Oh,
about.
perfect. What is it?
Okay, so I want to ask you, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to set it up, and I'm going to ask you how you would take this, okay?
Okay.
So Nia and Danny go to Jasmine's wedding. After the wedding, there's an
Oh,
after
really?
party.
Okay.
Yeah, the whole cast was invited.
Okay.
Michelle did not
Wow.
go and Michelle said she didn't go because Jasmine, we weren't in a good
Oh,
place.
okay.
You unfollowed me. I didn't want to be there on such a happy occasion for you. So everyone else, or Lala didn't go, maybe. I don't remember. Anyway, so they're at the wedding, which I think they went because they wanted to show everyone, look, we're still going to the wedding, right? So there's an after party. So FIFA, it was World Cup time. Danny is at the hotel bar lobby, whatever, watching FIFA and drinking. And Nia sends a text to Jesse, hey, don't encourage Danny to go to the after party. Jesse then says, Nia sent me down to the hotel bar to grab him to go back upstairs to be with Nia. And Jesse said Danny wasn't receptive to going back upstairs to Nia and that he was shirtless with
Uh-oh.
no shoes.
Uh-oh.
Nia doesn't think there's anything wrong. She said, those are two separate issues. She said, I never told you don't tell Danny there's no after party. We knew there was an after party. I just told you don't encourage him to go to the after party.
Okay.
Nia doesn't think anything is bad in that. How do you take that as like a viewer of me telling you that story? If Nia's saying, don't encourage him to go to the after party.
I take that as like convince him that he's not going to the after party and send him up on his way. Because also, like, why would you go to the after party after all of the stuff that has been said about you and what you did to the couple that got married? There's no, like, you go to the wedding, great. You showed your face, you were invited, you went, and then you go home.
Yeah.
You don't go
Do
to the
you
after
take
party.
that as does that make you think any way of their relationship that she doesn't want him going and that he needs to be told, his friends
Well,
need to
she
be
doesn't
told, don't
want him to
encourage him?
go and make a fool of himself because she knows that that's a definite possibility. And so that's why she wanted Jesse to just like bring him back up or whatever. But so did he end up going?
No, he didn't end up
Okay.
going.
But
That
he
was
was
the big argument.
shirtless and
So he
shoeless.
was already drunk, obviously.
Right.
But
So
so
it's,
that was the question. Nia didn't think anything was wrong. She was like, what's wrong with me telling Jesse don't encourage him to go to an after party? And Lala's like, do you not see that as a red flag in your relationship that your husband on his own doesn't want to come up to the hotel to be with you when you ask him to? You need
right.
reinforcements to tell him to go back to the room.
I mean, that is a definite red flag. And like, this guy just he can't like make good decisions for himself. And she's
Well,
trying so hard, I think, to have his back and make the good decisions for him. And then he's just making her look like a fool.
so someone came in the comments, Naomi did. She came in the comments and she told me, it's actually Nia being supportive of Danny. If that is a struggle that he has to go out and party, and maybe he on himself in therapy has told Nia, I need your help. Like when I start to drink, I can't control it. I need your help to rein it in. Maybe that's a conversation they've had. So her telling Jesse, hey, is actually her supporting Danny's own wishes.
That's a really good point because maybe in those instances, maybe he said like, it can't be you telling me, right? So maybe she was reaching out to Jesse for him to be that
Yeah.
person. I don't know. Yeah, it just kind of sucks that, it sucks that she's in that situation.
That's the thing.
It's just that, now they have 4 kids. And so they're both, she cares about her family. And so it's like, they're staying in that. You know what I mean? Like they're
Yeah.
not. And that's fine too. I just hope that he could continue to work on himself.
And Lala brought up again, Nia, I hope you find your peace and I hope you find someone that's going to support you and your 4 kids. It's like,
Oh, don't say that.
I know. See,
Like
that's the thing.
she
Lala
has
loses
someone.
it.
Like, yeah, because it's
Yes.
like not everyone is going to break up. Some people will work through what they're going
Yeah.
through and come out the other side potentially, hopefully, you know?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, you're commit like 4 kids, like, and
yeah,
clearly
you can't just
money
leave.
living in LA with 4 kids, like already they had to leave to go out to the far
Yeah.
suburbs in order to have space for their kids. So can you imagine like if they did split up and finance, like what a mess. Like
I
you want
know.
to
I mean,
try.
right. I just feel like for her to leave, she has to exhaust all of the options, and those haven't been exhausted yet, right?
Yes.
So like
Yes.
let her be on her own journey. You can't tell her you have to leave him. She has to get there on her
Like Lala
own.
takes it a step too far.
Yeah, agreed.
And then
Agreed.
Janet, and I sent you this comment. Someone asked Janet, and this was a question you had asked on the podcast too. Janet, why do you stay on the show with all the
Yes.
hate that you get? You still
Yes.
want to stay on the show? And her response is, oh, but I'm just having fun filming with my friends. That is what Janet said in the comment. I'm
Right.
having fun filming with my friends.
She even wrote like, "Have I love filming the show," or like she was like, end of season 3, filming with, or what did you guys think? And the comments are so mean. I'm just like, I still am like, okay, you're having fun because everyone is still really mad at you and they do not like you.
She did have a good moment at the end of the
Oh,
reunion,
okay.
where she talked a little bit how she was 12 years old when whatever happened to
Oh,
her. And she explained how, so sometimes I'm in circumstances with other people that remind me of something I've gone through, referring to the time on the trip last year in the pantry. Danny closes the door and when
oh,
she's in there,
right. It's
like
just
it seemed,
triggered.
yeah. And at the
Yeah.
time, that
Okay.
didn't make sense. Like, what, like, what, I don't understand the big deal. And when she put it in that perspective, and they kind of showed Danny's face, and it was people just listened.
Yeah, that's good. Okay.
But where do we go from here?
Exactly. And that kind of brings me to what I can't stop thinking about this week. It's also a little bit dark, is Hayden Panettiere. What I know, she died and she was only 36. And then everything's been coming out about, her death and things that happened to her while she was alive. And we don't want to go into it much, but if you really want to deep dive into it, go to Nat on Instagram or TikTok because she has broken down a lot. And what I will say is that, like, the industry did take advantage of her and that other people did as well. And all roads lead back to Bravo. And then the boyfriend, like, she was with this boyfriend and he was just really bad. And there's like DV allegations and like, there was a protective order for her against him, but like they were still like, that's the guy that she was with when she was found dead. So
Is
it's
he the
all,
father of the
no, he's
child?
not
No.
the father,
Okay.
but
And he's
he's,
an average, like a realtor or something, like an
yeah, he
average guy.
was or something. And they've been together since like 2018. They've known each other and been like on and off since 2020. So like he was really ingrained in her life. And I don't want to give him any attention because
Yeah.
he is like, I
But again,
watched,
these child
I
stars, like
know.
even
And
like like their son, Kim
yes.
Richards. Do you wonder what she has experienced during her time?
Yeah, it's not a
It's
good world out there in Hollywood.
no,
Don't take your kids
no.
there, okay? But let's end on a brighter note. We're going to end with our rapid fire. And this week, it's who would you rather be friends with?
Okay.
Portia or Cynthia?
Oh, don't make me
I know.
choose.
I
Oh my gosh.
know.
Okay. I I think I'm gonna go
Yeah,
Cynthia.
I
This is
thought you
really hard.
would.
I'm gonna go Cynthia because she'd be like a big sister. Listening to her on Humble Brag, she's silly, she's goofy, but
Yes.
she's also very sisterly. So I think Portia may be a little too like fun party for me because I'm such a homebody and don't do
Right.
much. And I think Cynthia would just like veg out with me and watch TV.
Yes, like I love that for you. And I knew you were going to pick Cynthia. I'm going to pick Portia just because I am such a Portia stan now. I'm just like, I love her. And like, just looking at her all the time. She's so pretty. Yeah, but both of those are great.
Well,
What
you could
about
go on a
this
hungry
one?
heifer trip with Portia. Did you hear her say that in this
Yeah.
week? I loved it. She's like, this is like a hungry heifer trip.
Vicky or Tamra?
Tamra.
Yeah, same.
Tamra.
Same. And I'm friends with Tamara on Instagram.
Oh, are you? Let's clip that.
Yeah. Kyle Richards or Teresa Judice/Judice.
I'm going with Kyle. I'm hanging out with her daughters, however you say that. I'm going to the Aspen House.
Oh.
I'm going to what's the hat place?
Kimosabe.
I'm going to Kimosabe. I'm going to have a shot of tequila. She doesn't have to, but yeah.
Okay, I'm going with Teresa.
I knew
love
you
her
would.
and her daughters. I just have a little soft spot for her right in my heart. Stassi or Katie Maloney.
Oh, I'm gonna go with Katie. I'm gonna go out one night and I'm gonna go to emo night with her. I'm going to something about her sandwiches. Katie.
Yes, absolutely. I agree. And those sandwiches are so good if you are in West Hollywood.
Katie's really going like Kourtney Kardashian when she started dating Travis Barker, and she's like morphed into the whole rocker girl.
She is a rock star.
Katie is doing the same. She's got the bangs, the black hair now, like very much the Kourtney Kardashian wife of a rock star.
Yeah, she looks, I love her aesthetic these days.
Yeah.
That is all for our show, the Bravo Rundown. We are Bravo, Bravo, Books and Bravo, and Real Melzer Bravo, and we will see you next week. Follow us. We love you. And rate our podcast 5 stars only. Thank you. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.